Welcome back to another episode of Tech TLDR. Today, I'm bringing you the update on the upcoming launch for today, which is the Falcon 9 and SpaceX's ride-sharing program they're doing today. I'm also going to be talking about SpaceX's possible plans for super heavy liftoffs off the ocean. I know it sounds kind of weird, but bear with me on that one. We're going to talk about all of that. So if you want to know more, stick to the whole episode. Let's get into the reason why you clicked on this video, which is the Falcon 9's launch today. So by the time you are watching this, the Falcon 9 may have already launched. Last night, SpaceX was saying that for today, the launch window, which opens at 9:40 a.m., the weather was 60% favorable. Now, if we look today, just 20 minutes ago, they were saying that T-minus 30 minutes until the launch, and that things are looking good. I mean, if things are bad, they probably would have already canceled at this point. So the fact that they're tweeting that things are looking good, I would assume that by the time you guys watch this video, the launch would have already happened. So let me know in the comments if you guys saw the launch, if it happened, or if it got postponed. By the time you guys are watching this, we could see a different scenario. So let me know in the comments. Now, I would do a video of this. However, I got things to do today, so I cannot watch this, unfortunately. But I still wanted to talk about it and the significance of this launch. This launch is going to be this booster's 5th launch and landing, as well as it's also breaking a record. So on Ars Technica, which is a good website, I trust their source, the largest commercial launch like this for a launch of total satellites was a launch satellite from India. And this had 104 satellites, and this was in 2017. SpaceX's one that they're doing today has 143 total satellites. Now, part of that is going to be their Starlink thing, which I've talked about in the past. The Starlink program is super important for SpaceX in order to have a cash flowing business. And it brings everybody really fast internet speeds. So they have an orbit, the faster internet's going to be, I would assume, the more coverage is going to be in the world. As simple as that. So it's good to see that program coming to fruition. And the other thing I wanted to talk about was SpaceX's plan for building super heavy transport systems off on the ocean, floating ones. So this was back in June. Elon Musk had tweeted about this, that SpaceX is building floating, super heavy class spaceports for Mars, Moon, and hypersonic travel around Earth. But now we have a bit more of a reason why. Or not why, but how. So apparently SpaceX has actually bought an old mining rig, an offshore oil mining rig, and they plan on using this to turn into a launch pad for these. Now, I think the reason would probably have to do with like road clearances, air clearances, and things like that. They don't have to worry about locals in the area having to signal warning for them or having any damage like that. I think they're thinking more of the long term of how can we reduce any casualties that we've previously had, like this week with the super heavy. They couldn't launch because someone was saying that a car drove through the area, right? They have to warn locals if they're going to do a static fire or a launch. If something goes wrong, the rocket could possibly land on someone's house. There's a lot of collateral damage that could be done. There's a lot of weird outliers that can get in the way of their program. So I think this is a way to deter that. Now, my only concern would be the whole transporting of these starships to the oil rigs. I feel like that would be a bit of a process. I'm sure SpaceX is going to have a good system in place. But I believe within the next few weeks, there's going to be a lot more information regarding this whole scenario. This is very recent that it's come more to the public eye that SpaceX has in fact been supposedly the buyer of these oil rigs. I think it was 2 of them. So, like I said, in the coming weeks, and you guys let me know in the comments if you know anything about this as well, because to have 2 oil rigs launching rockets, that's pretty cool. I'd really like to see that. It'd be more interesting than just the little drone ships they have now where they're landing them. But either way, you guys let me know in the comments what you think about that. And that's all I have in this episode. So, like I said, by the time you guys watch this video, the Falcon 9 should hopefully have already launched, and the new Starlink satellites will be in orbit. Either way, if you want more of this content, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and also, please, click the like button on your way out. It helps me tremendously with the YouTube algorithm, and helps me know that you guys actually want this type of content. Either way, have a good one.